I almost drowned in the lake when I was 7. My stepmother threw me in. She was a nasty woman. My whole childhood was hell because of her. One day I stood by the lake, watching the water flow by me. She walked up to me, out of the corner of my eye, and started talking. She asked me if I knew how to swim and how important it was to learn. I told her profusely that I was scared and wasn't ready to try. She proceeded to tell me I was making a big deal out of it and that I have to learn the hard way. She lifted me up and threw me into the lake before I had a chance to run. The water consumed me as I began sinking deeper. I watched the surface drift away from me as I frantically threw my arms around. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save myself. I was going to die. I looked desperately at my surroundings and noticed a strange object with shiny blue scales. Despite my circumstances, I was perplexed by it. An arm then shot forward, grabbing me and pulling me to the surface. I emerged from the water, panting, as I realized my stepmother had left. I looked back at the water to see a head poking out before submerging again. It had saved me. I'm an older man now. My stepmother is long dead, thank God. My life is still hard, but it's getting better. If it wasn't for me being saved that day, I wouldn't be here. I'm grateful for that. What always bothered me is the fact that I never said thank you to whatever was in the water. I decided to search the old lake I used to live near to try and find them. The grass was overgrown now. There wasn't much upkeep in this area anymore. I walked along the lake until I saw a familiar glint of light. It was the reflection of blue scales just barely emerging from the surface. I approached it and reached out my hand. Upon touching the scales, it retreated into the water. The same head I had seen years ago emerged from the water. It was the face of a woman with brunette hair and blue eyes. I looked in awe as I realized she was a mermaid. She proceeded to tell me that she had ran out of food and couldn't find her way back to the ocean. Apparently, the rivers she used to get here were blocked off due to human activity. I agreed to help her get back to shore. On the shore, I gently placed the mermaid into the water. She turned around and hugged me before leaving. As I watched the ripples of the sea fade away into the horizon, I whispered to myself, "Thank you."